Hi, I'm Cara Fraser. Welcome to my core series. Today we'll be starting just flat on the back in Shavasana. Just make your way flat to your mat. Just finding a place that feels comfortable for you. Maybe bending the knees if that feels better on your back. And then today, place your hands on your belly. And just start to notice your breath. Notice on the inhales how the belly rises. On the exhales, it falls down towards the mat. Just noticing the lift and the fall on the inhales and the exhales. Start to really expand the breath. And as you expand it, it starts to slow down. Become a little more smooth, a little more even. Cultivating this breath that you'll use throughout the rest of the class. And as you cultivate this breath, just notice what happens in the rest of the body. You notice that you feel softening in the muscles, a little more relaxation. Just a couple more deep breaths here. One more inhale. And exhale it out. And then bend the knees, soles of the feet to the mat. Just take the feet out to the width of the mat. And arms either to a T or cactus arms. Take an inhale here. And on the exhale, just drop the knees to the right. Inhale, bring the knees to center. Exhale to the left. And just start to move like this from side to side at your own pace. Can be fast or slow. Maybe when you get to one side, you pause and hold the knees there. Just starting to get a little movement here. And then come back to center, hug the knees into the chest. Maybe rock a little bit from side to side. Again, getting a little more movement, massaging the spine. Maybe starting to take some circles with the knees if that feels good. And if you take those circles, take them the other direction. And then from here, extend the legs up towards the ceiling. I just noticed that Hamilton's completely blocking me. Well, that's okay, you can listen. So legs extend straight up as if you could stand the feet on the ceiling, arms by the sides, palms facing down. If you have any back pain, take the hands under the hips. I'm actually gonna take that option today. And take an inhale here. On the exhale, take the right leg down 45 degrees and hold here. Keep reaching through the feet, engaging the legs, and pressing the low back into the mat. Take one more inhale here, and then exhale, take that leg down to a hover. If you start to feel any low back pain, don't take the leg as far, or just come out of it. And take one more inhale. Exhale, bring that foot back up. Take an inhale here. And on the exhale, take the left foot down 45 degrees. Notice if you're holding your breath as you hold your leg. If you are, try and come back to your even breath. One more inhale. Exhale, bring that leg to a hover or your edge. Soft face, soft shoulders. Take one more inhale. Exhale, bring that leg back up and hug the knees in. Rock a little bit. And then come back to center. Just hug the knees into the chest. And from here, re-extend the legs up and bring the arms by the ears. Take an inhale here. Exhale, take the right leg down to a hover. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, left leg down. Inhale up. Exhale, right leg down. Inhale up. Exhale, left leg down. Inhale up. On the exhale, lift the arms, head, and shoulders. Keep space between the chin and the chest. Take an inhale here. Exhale, right leg comes to a hover. Inhale, back up. Exhale, left leg. Inhale up. Exhale, right. Inhale up. Exhale, left. Inhale up. And then lower everything down, hug the knees into the chest. That's not my favorite kind of thing to do, but it's good for us, right? And then rock along the length of the spine a couple times so you can just cross over the shins, make your way into tabletop. Just a couple rounds of cat-cow here. Stretch out the front of the body after that. Inhale, pull the chest forward, look forward. And exhale, round the spine. Inhale, forward. Exhale, round. Inhale, forward. Exhale, round. Inhale, forward. This time just hold here, pulling the chest through the arms, keeping the belly lifting up to the spine. And then round, holding here. And then come back to neutral, bring the big toes together, hips to heels, child's pose, just a couple breaths. And then inhale, come up through table, tuck the toes, lift the hips first, downward facing dog. Just taking any movement here you like, maybe shaking the head, yes and no, or shifting the hips from side to side. And then inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, come all the way to the belly. You can drop the knees if you need to. It's still early. Inhale, lift the head and shoulders for cobra. And exhale, push up through table. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Starting to get a little more movement here. Starting to warm up the body a little bit. And just slowly walk the feet up to the hands. Forward fold at the front of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, plank to chaturanga this time. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Really pressing the thighs back towards the wall behind you, heels down. And then walk the hands back to the feet, forward fold at the back of the mat. Just holding here in Uttanasana, this fold. Hands can be on the mat or a block. You can grab opposite elbows. Little bend in the knees is okay. Especially now, it's still kind of early. I usually like to start with bent knees. I feel a little release in my low back. And then start to straighten a little more. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to standing. And exhale, hands to the heart. I let out a big sigh there, didn't I? Inhale, arms up. I feel stiff this morning. Exhale, fold. Holding here again. Hands plant on the mat or a block. On your next inhale, hover the right foot up, just an inch above the mat. And if you're not sure, take a look at me. The foot isn't forward or back. It's actually in the same plane as your left leg. So it's like you're plugging your right thigh bone into the hip socket, and you have to kind of through your core to do that. So lift that foot up. Exhale, hover it down. Inhale, left foot up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right. Exhale, lower. And inhale, left. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold, walk the hands forward, downward facing dog. Now, same thing here in down dog. Keep the right leg in the same plane as the left leg. So inhale, hover the right foot, plug the thigh bone in. Feel your low belly lift. Exhale, lower it down. Try not to shift the weight. Inhale, hover the left foot. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left. And exhale, lower. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale for up dog. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, roll on the outer edge of the left foot. Stack the right leg on the left leg, side plank. You can stay here, bring the bottom leg down if you need a little support, or take the right leg up to a little hover. One more inhale. Exhale, bring the leg down, come back to plank, going straight to the other side. Stack the left leg on the right leg. Maybe top leg hovers. Come back to side plank and then plank. And then downward facing dog. Take one more inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look between the hands, step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, sit back for chair, holding chair. Again, a place, I talk about this a lot, but we lose the core work, so think hip bones to low ribs, tailbone down, belly up and in. It's where you get the core strength. Sit back a little more in the heels, hips come back. One more inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, vinyasa or down dog. Always knowing you can skip a vinyasa. Take an inhale here. On the exhale, bring the right foot forward between the hands. So bringing it up without lifting the leg back takes a little more core work. You don't have that same momentum. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes, and then plant the left hand. Inhale, pull the chest forward, and exhale, twist to the right. So if you think about this twist here, you're having to use your obliques to get the torso twisting. You can't really crank with your arm like you can in your lunge with prayer twist. Keep hugging that right knee in. I see it a lot of times kind of splaying out, so hug it in towards the body. One more inhale. Exhale, bring the right hand down, tuck the back toe, lift the knee, stay on the ball of the back foot, and then inhale, come up for a crescent. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, lean forward, and exhale, twist to the right. Again, this is where you kind of use your arm, but you're also trying to use the muscles in the torso. One more inhale. Exhale, come back up. Bring the hands down, vinyasa or down dog. Take an inhale here. Exhale, bring that left foot forward. Again, trying not to use momentum. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes. Plant the right hand. Inhale, pull the chest forward. And exhale, twist to the left. Really root into that left heel. One more inhale. Exhale, bring that hand down, tuck the back toe, lift the knee, press into the feet, inhale, crescent. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, get long in the torso, come forward, and exhale, twist to the left. Not forgetting about your back leg. Press that right thigh up towards the ceiling, right heel back. From the left hip in. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, frame the foot, vinyasa or downward facing dog. Take one more inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look between the hands, step or hop to the front of the mat. And then holding here in this forward fold, just like we did in the beginning, we're gonna hover the foot, but we're gonna add on. So inhale, hover the right foot. Exhale, try and kick the ball of the right foot to the right wrist. It's hard, lower that foot down. Inhale, hover the left foot. Exhale, kick the wrist. Takes a little bit of huh from your core. I know that's really technical, huh. But you feel it between your belly and your pubic bone. Let's try it again. Inhale, lift the right foot. Exhale, kick. Lower it down. Inhale, left foot up. Exhale, kick. Inhale, lift the torso up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, down dog or vinyasa. Take an inhale here. Exhale, bring the right foot forward between the hands. Spin the back heel down. Inhale, come up, warrior two. Just holding here in this warrior two, soft shoulders. Right hip spins under, left thigh spins back, trying to stabilize the pelvis here. And then inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, reach forward, take the hips back. Right hand comes to shin, mat, or block, triangle pose. But here, try and keep weight out of that right hand. Notice how I can keep my torso here without the hand. It's just kind of sitting there. Inhale, come back up, warrior two. Exhale, frame the foot. Walk the hands over to the left. Wide leg forward fold. Toes spin towards the long edge of the mat. I know this isn't restful for everybody, but try and use it as a place of rest to find your breath. Inhale, lift the torso up halfway, hands under the shoulders. Exhale, walk the hands to the right, frame the right foot for a lunge, and then step yourself back, down dog vinyasa, your choice. Here, exhale, bring the left foot forward between the hands, spin the back heel down. Inhale, come up, warrior two. Really reaching up through both sides of the torso, relaxing the shoulders so they don't hunch up by the ears. And then reaching through the right fingertips as much as the left so the shoulders are over the hips, you're not leaning forward. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, reach forward, hips go back, triangle. Again, trying to keep weight out of that left hand. Really root into your feet. Having strong legs can help you have that lift, and then pull the chest forward. Inhale, come back up, warrior two. Exhale, frame the foot, walk the hands to the right this time. Wide leg forward fold. If you like, you could grab the big toes with your peace sign fingers. Inhale, lift the torso up halfway. And exhale, hinge from the hips forward. Inhale, lift up halfway, release the toes. Exhale, walk the hands to the left, frame the foot for a lunge. And then step back, vinyasa or downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, bring that right foot forward for a lunge. And then bring the back foot in about a foot. Take the back heel down, straighten the front leg. So pyramid here. Inhale, lift the torso up halfway, bring the hands to the hips. Hold here. This is good core work. Pull the chest forward, find length in both sides of the torso. Right hip back, left hip forward. One more inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down to the mat or the blocks. You can bring blocks under your shoulders if you can't quite reach. Inhale, lift the torso up halfway. Exhale, bend the front knee, take that back foot back just for a lunge so you have a little more space. And then plant your hands, press off the ball of the back foot, bring that back leg up, standing splits. Again, the hands can come to the blocks. That left hip spins down. And then if you want, You can come on to the right fingertips. See if you can bring the right forearm behind the right calf. Maybe the left forearm comes too. A little more work. And then plant the hands. Hop that right foot back just a little bit. And then you can take little baby handstand kicks here. Just 2 or 3. Or just go straight to down dog or through a vinyasa. Meet in downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, bring that left foot forward. Bring that back foot in, spin the back heel down, straighten the front leg. Inhale, lift the torso up halfway. Bring the hands to the hips. Hold here, left hip back, right hip forward. Chest forward, belly lifting. One more inhale. Exhale, hands come down to the mat or blocks. Take one more inhale. Exhale, bend the front leg. Take the back foot back just a little bit. And then press off the ball of that back foot. Bring that back leg up, standing splits. Again, staying here, maybe coming up to left fingertips. And then taking the left forearm behind the shin. Maybe right forearm. And then bring the hands back to the mat. Maybe hop the left foot back a little bit, then your choice. Baby kicks, vinyasa, or down dog. Meeting in down dog. Take one more inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look between the hands, step or hop forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to the heart. From here, bring the hands to the hips. Take the feet about hips distance apart, setting up for a little standing balance here. And then from here, put weight into the left foot, hug the right knee into the chest. If you need, you can grab behind the thigh around the shin. Otherwise, you can try and do it without. And then if you like, peace sign fingers to right big toe. Extend the leg out. Take that leg out to the side if you like. And then bring the leg back forward. Bring the arms by the ears. And then slowly bring that foot down. Inhale, reach to the fingertips. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. And then hands to hips. Put weight into the right foot as you hug the left knee in. Then grab the big toe. Extend the leg out. From here, take the leg over to the side. And then bring it back to center. Arms by the ears. And then bring the foot down. Inhale, reach to the fingertips. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands of vinyasa or down dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, slowly come all the way to the belly. And then from here, roll off to your right side. So your right arm will extend straight out. Your head will rest on that arm. Legs are stacked. Try and line yourself straight up with the edge of your mat. From here, bend the top leg. Grab that big toe with your left peace sign fingers. And extend the legs straight up. If it's too hard with your right arm straight, you can bend it, put the head in the hand. It's a little easier. Notice how you have to work your core muscles to keep yourself from going forward or backwards. And then release the toe, bring the left hand down in front of you. Bend that top leg, bring the sole of the foot in front of the straight leg. Press into the hands, lift the torso up. So from here, hands directly under shoulders. Make sure this right hand isn't too far out. And then lean the torso forward. Take your left arm in front of your bent leg and see if you can grab the big toe of your straight leg. So for some of us, this is a pretty intense stretch. You're probably feeling it in your outer right hip, maybe somewhere in the torso, maybe in your right hip or your left hip. So you can stay right here if this is enough of a stretch. Oh, hi, Zoe. This is my sweet dog, Zoe. If this is enough of a stretch, sorry, got a little distracted. If you want, you can try and work the core here. So again, it's this space between your belly and your pubic bone where you feel like you really have to lift up and engage. Also, you have to shift the weight into the left foot, the foot of the bent leg. So that for me is the key. If I can get my weight shifted there, pressed into my right hand, then maybe everything starts to lift. And then bring everything down. Extend that straight leg, roll off to the other side. Again, trying to line yourself straight against the edge of the mat, and then bend the top leg. Grab the big toe, extend it. And then release the foot, bring that hand to the mat, bend the top leg, bring the sole of the foot in front of the straight leg, and then press into the palms, lift your torso up. Sometimes that's not very pretty. Hands come under the shoulders. This side's so much harder for me. I'm sure you have one side that's easier than the other. Lean the torso forward, reach in front of your bent leg, grab the big toe. Whew. Feels so much tighter on this side. Just a couple of breaths here, just noticing the stretch first. And this may be all you do today. This is good. Good stretch. If you want, you can try the lift. So you're going to shift the weight into that bent leg foot. That's so critical. And use your left hand to try and lift everything up. And then bring it down. Come to seated. Just bring the soles of the feet together for a second. Hey, buddy. Just take a deep inhale here. And exhale it out. And then from here, take the legs out straight in front of you. So this final pose to work the core, we're going to work 8 angle, which is an arm balance. And what I like about it is, again, like I've been talking in some of the other things we've done today, is really finding this lift in the low belly, but it also takes some shoulder strength. So really quickly, actually, before we do it, I want to talk about the shoulders. Take your arms out in front of you, and then push your fist forward. And notice what happens to your shoulders, your upper back. You feel your shoulder blades draw apart. This is called protraction, okay? So then pull the fist back. Notice how your shoulder blades start to come together in the back. That's retraction. So punch is protraction, feel like a little rounding in your upper back, and then pull is retracting. So punch one more time, and that's the action you want as you're lifting your hips up in this pose. And we'll get there in just a second, but I want to do a quick little stretch. So legs out in front of you, hug the right knee in. And just hold here for a little bit. Hey buddy, this is Hamilton. He likes to keep me company when I'm on my mat. Sometimes he's in my way, but he's the best. I love you, buddy. All right, from here you can stay here or cradle the right shin like it's a baby. This takes some hip openness. So you may find you start to round back on your sit bones. Notice this rounding in my back and my shoulders. Try and sit back up. Lift the chest, spread through the collarbones. Maybe you stay right here. Maybe you start to work this knee over the shoulder or the upper arm. I can't get it around my shoulder, so I just do my upper arm. So where you start to look like a pretzel. Hands rest under the shoulders. This is where you're going to start working that protraction action of the shoulders. You're going to take the left ankle in front of the right ankle and squeeze them together. Don't let them come apart. And then think protraction of the shoulders. So protract, try and lift the hips up. And as you do that, you're going to take your torso parallel to the mat and extend the legs out. But the first part of this that I think is kind of the hardest for people is getting the lift. And for me, I feel it right down here in my low belly. So when I press and protract my shoulders, then I lift up through that section, and that's where I get the hip lift. So I actually find that some people who can't do crow can do this. So if you're frustrated with it, don't worry. It does take some flexibility. You have to twist. You have to have some openness in your hips and your hamstrings. So if it doesn't happen today, that's all right. Let's try the other side, legs out straight. Bend the left knee. Hug it in. Look at this guy. Hey, buddy. Oh, I think he wants a belly rub. Belly rub. You're the best, buddy. From here, hug the shin. Cradle it in. Keep sitting up nice and tall in the sit bones, lifting the chest, spreading through the collarbones. And this is my tighter side. Like I mentioned, we are doing the other thing. I really feel it in this hip. So part of our practice is becoming aware of our body and where we feel differences in different sides. So I know this side I have to work more because it's less flexible. And it's my dominant side, so it makes sense, it's stronger. And then take that knee over the shoulder or the upper arm. So much harder. This side. Hands, shoulders distance apart. Right ankle in front of left ankle. Squeeze the ankles together. I might not be able to do this side because Hamilton's in the way. Let's see how this goes. So press into the hands. Think shoulder protraction. Punch the hands. Lift the hips and take the torso forward. Oh, look, I was able to clear him. And then try and hold it and then come down. And then from here, make your way to the back. Oh, Hamilton, I'm going to have to move you, buddy, just right here. So if you like a strap for Supta Baddha Kunta, I can't talk, Padangusthasana, where you bring the foot in, you can grab your strap. Wherever you are, just keep the left leg extended out, hug the right knee in. And then you can take your peace sign fingers to your big toe, or you can take the strap around the ball of the foot. And then hug both knees back into the chest. Take that right leg straight out, hug the left knee in, and then grab either the big toe or take the strap around the ball of the foot. Draw the left sit bone down towards the right heel, trying to keep the pelvis neutral, not letting that left hip hike up. It wants to. But if you can find that space between the left thigh bone and your torso, where it's drawing back, you can actually pull the leg in. I know that's kind of confusing, but once you feel it, you'll start to understand it. And then release that, just hug the knees into the chest. Take the soles of the feet down to the mat, ankles under knees, arms by the sides, palms facing down. And inhale, press into the feet, lift the hips, low back, mid back. And exhale, come down. Just nice and easy bridge here. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, up and hold. If you like, you can roll the shoulders under, interlace the fingers behind the back. One more inhale. Exhale, release the clasp, lower down. Hug the knees into the chest. Take the arms out to a T. Take the legs over to the right for a little twist. Inhale, bring them to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale to center, hug the knees in. And then extend the legs straight out onto the mat, Shavasana. Again, if it feels better to have the legs bent, you could take that option. Just find a place where you can rest and be very comfortable. Start to deepen your breath. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. Circle the ankles and the wrists. And reach the arms up overhead, stretch from fingers to toes. Roll off to your right side. Pause there for a moment with the eyes closed. And press into the left hand. Come up to a comfortable seated position, eyes closed, hands at the heart. Taking one final moment to enjoy the beauty of your practice. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.